Hello friends, and welcome back to a new video. If you're new here, my name's Olivia. I live in Tennessee with my husband Matt and my fur baby Freddie, who is currently cuddled up on the couch. We have the coziest day. It has been raining on and off. It's currently gloomy outside, and you know me, that is just like a complete mood. So anyway, we are going to go ahead and jump into today's video. I'm so excited. We're going to be creating a coffee nook. If you've been watching my vlogs for a while, you know I am really into my morning coffee. I love my Nespresso machine. So we live in an apartment, so we don't have a ton of space to work with. So I started looking around in the kitchen, and I think that I found the perfect spot. And my mom suggested going on Canva and creating a mood board, which is what I did. So I'm gonna have kind of like a little overlay right here so you can see as I was creating my mood board on Canva. And if you've never heard of Canva, it is such a great website for creators. I use it for my thumbnails, I use it for things for school. I mean, I use it for so many different things. And I've also used it to create mood boards in the past. I went on there, and first I kind of started looking at Pinterest for some inspiration. I wasn't sure what type of furniture that I wanted because, like I said, we don't have a ton of space right there. I had like this little area right in the kitchen next to Freddie's bowls, and I was like, okay, so we could either go the bar cart route and do something like that, something a little bit smaller, or maybe like a really small credenza. But on the mood board, I wasn't sure, so I also kind of played around with the idea of a gold cart. And I also kind of included a picture of a credenza just because I wasn't sure what we were gonna do. I like the fact that carts are really multifunctional. And then I kind of got some inspiration. I want to be able to display autumn mugs because that just sounds super cozy. Some floating shelves above the area so we can kind of hang some mugs. I want to do a plant of some sort that kind of will drape down. That's the little mood board template that I created for our coffee nook area, and now I'm going to kind of show you everything that I bought so far to kind of set everything up. And something that I didn't include on my mood board was glass syrup bottles, and that is something that I have not purchased yet, but I want to. I want to purchase really pretty glass bottles that maybe have some gold accents at the top so I can put my vanilla syrup, pumpkin syrup, hazelnut syrup, all of those, and just have it displayed all nice. All right, so it's time to turn this into a reality. All right, so we're in the kitchen. This is the space that I was kind of thinking that would be perfect for the coffee area. We just have Freddie's food right here, and we used to have our Nespresso machine over here, but Matt has moved this Keurig because he actually likes this one better, and he wants to be able to make like a pot of coffee sometimes. So I've tried to get him on board with an espresso, but he just wants to use this one. My dad actually gave this one to us. We used to have a different Keurig. So anyway, this is all here. The Nespresso machine used to be here, but now it is about to get a new home. So here is kind of like our kitchen setup. We have the darker cabinets, and they do have the silver finishes, which I don't love because I do love gold finishes. So here's kind of how I approach that as someone who lives in an apartment. We are making do with what we have so far. So with the piece of furniture that we bought, I think that it goes. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not like a perfect match. I think it would look better in a different kitchen, but obviously, you know, this is not gonna be our forever home. So I kind of kept that in mind. I did want it to still look good and still have a nice flow, but I do like to just keep that in mind. Like, I want to buy things that are gonna make me happy and things that I'm gonna be able to use for years and years to come. So let me show you the piece of furniture that we bought. All right, so we're in the kitchen. I just have it kind of sitting right here. I have already wiped it down. This is from Home Goods. It's just this really nice piece. It kind of gives me mid-century modern vibes, some boho vibes, just really cozy. I like the texture on the outside, and then here's what it looks like on the inside. Lots of storage, which is also a plus for someone who lives in an apartment, especially if you are kind of lacking in storage. So we actually plan on using this for extra coffee supplies on the top. And then I actually talked to Matt about maybe using this bottom shelf for some board game storage because we have quite a few different board games that, you know, we want to just be able to pull when we want them. So I think that's what we're going to use for the bottom shelf, but I just thought this was a really nice piece. My mom saw it and we were like, oh my goodness, like I think that actually might be perfect. So this is the machine that we have, and we also got the one that came with the milk frother, and I'm gonna try to link everything that I possibly can down below just in case you wanna do some shopping and create your own cozy coffee area as well. I'm gonna wipe that down really quick, and then I'm also gonna show you some of our other little goodies that I plan on using. Over here, I've kind of pulled out some of our coffee supplies. So like I said, I do eventually want to get some really pretty glass containers for my syrups. So this Labor Day weekend, we went to World Market and I picked up this giant, it's actually glass. I've never seen a glass one before, but it's a pumpkin pie syrup. I haven't even opened it yet because I'm still using my one from Target. That's the Good and Gather brand. So once I finish that, I'll open up this one. And then we also got this Tirani pumpkin pie sauce. And also I picked up a dark chocolate one and caramel because I love caramel. And I do eventually want to be able to like make my own, but until I kind of venture out and do that, I do just use these, which I mean are not like the best for you. I could definitely control more what went into it if I made my own. So I do want to do that, but that's what we have right now. I picked up this super cute glass pumpkin from the Bullseye's Playground section at Target. I was trying to find the bigger one, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so I just thought it would be perfect for my pods. And I also picked these up yesterday. I've gotten to where I'm just buying off the Nespresso website because I do think that it's cheaper to do that, and you have a lot more different choices, but sometimes I just want like a single cup of coffee, and all I had were my Bianco Ligieros, which are a double shot. Plus I have this one, which is a single, but it's like a really strong one. So I did pick up some of these just until I can put in my Nespresso order for some more pods. And then like I said, these are the other ones that I have. These are the doubles. These are my favorites. And then this one is the Altisio, however you say that. And it's a stronger one. I believe it's like an 8 or a 9. So these are some of the things that I have to put on our little credenza. We got these floating shelves on Amazon. So they're just pretty small, but they were a really good price. I want to say I spent like $18 on them maybe, and they're small, which is what I wanted. And again, they kind of go with the apartment decor. Once I move, I don't know that I would want to keep them. I definitely like the lighter colors, but so I'm gonna attempt to hang these by myself today. So hopefully that will go okay. And then it also came with some little hooks to go on the bottom. So it actually has this little rod that will go to the bottom, and then the little hooks for coffee mugs, which makes me so happy. So I might have to get some more mugs. I mean, right? That's all we currently have to start decorating, and I'm so excited to put this together with you all. I don't know what I've done. My whole goal for this video, that's Matt. Oh no, I'm vlogging my blunder. Okay, so like I know when you hang shelves, you have to have an anchor, right? I'm gonna do this by myself, like I can do it. And then I put it back in the hole and it fell literally behind the wall.
That thing did? That's in your hand?
Yeah, this and the little drywall anchor. Yeah, that's the hole. So here's my pinky, can like almost go inside of it, and it went behind the wall. I'm extremely frustrated right now. This was supposed to be the cutest little coffee nook video ever, and it is just not turning out that way. So anyway, okay. Matt told me that I can spackle and paint the wall, and then he'll help me when he gets home. So we're gonna do all that stuff first. I will just come back to you when all that's done. We're gonna set up the little credenza where it's all cute. And then we'll kind of like style the shelves a little bit later. Okay, that's the plan. All right, friends, it's a little bit later. It is now 3:06. I have calmed down a little bit about my mistake. Something that I struggle with is like when something is not right, it bothers me. It's like especially if I've done something wrong. I'm very hard on myself with those kinds of things, and so took some time. I've just been working on some Sunday reset things, doing some laundry, just making sure everything is in its home. So I feel a little bit better. I've had some food in me now. So yeah, I've spackled the wall where I created the really big hole. FaceTimed my parents. My dad was like, I have made way bigger holes than that. Like, you should not be worried. I've dropped screws behind walls before. Like, it's okay. And I'm like, okay. So I spackled it, and I'll just wait for it to dry really well, and then we'll sand it, paint over it, all that good stuff. And so when Matt gets home, we will either move the floating shelf either right above where I made the mistake, or we'll do it like right below. I think I'm gonna go ahead, get the coffee bar set up, got the coffee machine all cleaned. I cleaned all the parts. I think once I put it on the little credenza, we're going to actually clean the machine where you actually reset it and it does its whole little internal cleaning, because to be quite honest with you, we haven't cleaned it since we got it. All right, I'm finally ready to kind of wind down for the evening before Matt gets home and helps me put up the shelves to the coffee area, but I think it's looking so good. I can't wait to see it at night when the lights are out and our little pumpkin is all lit up. So I just made a very small coffee. I just used one of my little single shots of espresso, and I did some vanilla syrup, and then I topped it with the dark chocolate Torani sauce, and it is very good. All right, friends, it is the next day. We were able to kind of finish up the little coffee nook. Matt was off today, so he sanded down where I kind of made that mistake and painted over it. And so now it is ready for me to give you a tour. All right, so here we are. I think that it looks so good. It's just a simple little change, but I feel like in a small apartment, it makes such a big difference. So again, we've got our little small credenza from Home Goods. I'll link as much as I can down below. We've got our coffee machine, and I'm sure some things will change throughout the different seasons and we'll probably add to it. And then of course we've got our cute little glass pumpkin coffee pod holder, some syrups, which I told you my idea was to get some really pretty glass containers for the syrups. So that will hopefully come soon. These little shelves are from Amazon, and I don't know, it looks like they're leaning on the side. Matt tells me they're gonna be fine, but we tried to tighten it and it literally won't go anywhere else. So hopefully we're not gonna wake up one morning and find everything on the floor. And then I like how it came with these little hooks. I'm not quite sure what else we're going to put on them, so if you have any ideas, comment down below and let me know what else could we put on the hooks, because I don't want to put too many coffee cups or mugs just because of the weight, so preferably something light. And then we have one of our little knit pumpkins I thought would look kind of cute for the season. Some salsas, so we've got the pumpkin pie one, caramel and dark chocolate. This is the plant that's honestly looking a little bit rough, but I'm hoping that he will perk up in his new spot, so we shall see. If he doesn't, then we'll get a new plant to go right there. And then I just have this cute little plant mister from a plant shop and one of these little frames, and this is just the print that we had in it, but I thought about looking on Etsy and maybe seeing if I could find something else that would kind of go along with it. Here's what we've got so far. We just have 2 board games and we've got some extra storage, which is really nice, and then These are just the Nespresso bags where you can take your extra pods and put them in the bag and then ship them back to Nespresso. All right, friends, so that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Obviously, like I told you yesterday, it didn't turn out quite the way that I wanted it to as far as the video is concerned, but we got it done and we talked about this part of life. Not everything is gonna go according to the way that I want it to, and that's okay. But it was really fun putting it together, and I'm so thankful for Matt and just helping me kind of make my vision come to fruition. So I'm excited for morning coffees in our little cozy coffee nook, but I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along with me as we put it together. If you wouldn't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!